Uh, and we are live, guys. Welcome everybody to tonight's Off the Hook Outdoors podcast, Hunt and Talk, with my co-host City Sticker Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's happening?
And then we have a special guest, Elimishield's very own Mr. Philip Dixon. He is the brand director of Elimishield, and thank you for being here tonight, Phil. We
Yeah, man.
appreciate that.
Happy to do it.
All right, thank you so much for being here tonight. We have some really good content for you guys tonight, so I'm glad you all are here. Um, Phil, do you want to just give a little background about yourself real quick here before we start it
Yeah.
off, and then we'll get right into the products?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Philip Dixon. I'm based out of North Carolina. Elimishield Hunt is one of many brands that our parent company owns. Our parent company is Bryson Industries, and we are a safe chemical solutions company. We have a lot of different technologies that we work with, and the technology with the Elimishield line was born into the hospital industry, actually. And our the founder of Elimishield, Tommy Lancaster, when he started hunting, kind of put two and two together and said, "Man, that technology would be really, really good." So he got busy, did some developing, and the technology was born. And the technology's been out for, I don't know, I'm guessing here 8-9 years maybe. But I've been with Bryson Industries for about 10 years. I just this year retired from the North Carolina Highway Patrol, so I'm full time with Bryson Industries now. We do the Elimishield hunt stuff during hunting season, and when it's not hunting season, we run a very diverse drone company. We do a lot of different things with drones, agriculture stuff, deer recovery. I just recovered a hell of a deer today. I can't wait to tell that story. But so yeah, I've been around for a while. Thoroughly enjoy explaining the science and the technology. We agree that, as I think you and all of your listeners will, that the scent control market is oversaturated. There's a lot of here today, gone tomorrow, and there's a lot of claims out there that probably aren't supported with science. Some of them probably aren't supported, legally, really. But we try and be a very upfront and honest company brand about our technology. We put our consumers first. I try to develop relationships with everybody that reaches out to us, private message, social media, emails, whatever. They hear back from me within about an hour. So we try to be very different, technology first and customer service second.
Yeah, it's an awesome company. So tell them right before we get into the products here, Phil, because I know you can't stick around too long tonight. Let them know about like the warranty, like your little guarantee that you have for the people in your products.
Yeah, so it's a full money back guarantee with our products. Basically, if you're not happy with the products, we'll refund all of your money. I can tell you that in the 7 years that we've been doing this particular branding, I've only had 2 complaints. One of them was that one of the pump bottles malfunctioned, sent them new and out. The second one was a guy that reached out to us after opening day in Iowa and was frustrated because he tagged out with the biggest deer of his life opening day, and now he had nothing else to do for the rest of the hunting season.
That's a hard problem to have.
I know, right? So I tell you that to tell you this. We have not had to honor that warranty.
You've never paid up.
No, but more than happy to. I mean, it's
right.
just, we're not going to play 20
to.
questions. Yeah, I mean, the technology and the history of the brand stands on its own.
Cool. Now, Bryson also has other products, and I know some of it's citrus based, and they do barbecue grills. And you had talked about your son's locker room; they can clean gym equipment. And
yeah, we have a whole bunch of stuff. We started in the grill industry. Our
drain
in-house
cleaners.
Yeah, our in-house brand is Citrus Safe. Citrus Safe grill cleaner. You can find it in pretty much all of the major retailers. And then we do some private label stuff also. But we do drain cleaners. We do a lot of odor prevention, odor remediation. We have found a kind of a niche with odor, and we're very good at it. There's a lot of products that I can't name brand them, but I can't name drop them because of NDAs. But there's a lot of products that you have that you recognize the label but don't realize we make the product. So we're a very diverse company. We do all of our own blending in house. So we don't outsource it. So when it comes to the Elimishield Hunt, we actually blend our own products. I'm willing to bet you that none of the others do. They buy it from a third party and they slap a label on it. But we've actually got people, making and blending the products.
Yeah. Well, that's common across the industry. Actually, Ted and I was just talking about some of these deer urines. They're buying from a bulk place and they're all bottling their own stuff. You guys actually blend your own.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because one of the biggest deer urine guys is a really good friend of mine. He works for the Highway Patrol and recently bought this company from the owner who was retiring. And until he started telling me all of the different companies, it's actually his product.
He's supplying. Yep.
Yeah, I had no idea. But that's what works for him, and that's what works for the other people. And you look at it, and they're in every store. And you're like, God, they must have 100 employees. No, they've got like 4. Yeah, they've got like a social media marketing director, and then they've got salespeople, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's a great position to be in when you have your product out there under about 5 or 10 different names.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean? Your product. Volume. Yeah, your product is this, and this, and you're the main supplier. That's a good position to be in right there.
Yep, right. Sure is.
So okay, so we're gonna start here. I want to first say thank you to my sponsors. I'd like to thank JJ Drones. I'd like to thank Carl from Chillin' in Indiana, Carl, and also Dan the Droning Veteran for sponsoring me this month of December. I appreciate that. If anybody's interested in a sponsor package, please go to my description and you can email me and we can talk about that. And I'd also like to thank my affiliates and partners. Elimishield being one of them, Yulatech, Fishoholic, Domain Seed Company, Domain Outdoors LLC, Fish Brain, FishAngler. So thank you guys for supporting me and my channel. So let's get right into it, Phil. The first thing, I do want to mention this. For all you guys that are in the chat tonight, stick around. If you're not subbed to my channel or Chris's channel, go ahead and sub to us and stay in the chat because we're going to be giving away the Elimishield Scent Elimination Kit. And there's a really cool product in here we're going to be talking about real soon, the Extend. That's not in the kit when you buy it, but we are going to include that in our kit. And Mr. Phil Dixon was nice enough to do that for us tonight. So somebody in the chat tonight, you have to be in the chat and you have to be subbed to Chris's channel and my channel to be eligible to win the Scent Elimination Kit. And believe me, you'll be impressed if you get
you're
this
gonna
kit
want
and use
this.
It. Yeah,
you're gonna want this
kit. So Phil, so let's start with hair and body wash. The hair and body wash here. Is it how is it, and is it a little bit different than any other of the hair and body washes out there?
Yeah, if I'm being honest with you, it's really hard to make hair and body wash and laundry detergent, but so sexy. Mm-hmm. The core body foam, the spray, and the Extend are the sexy things. But the hair and body wash, we actually specifically formulated that with women in mind and their color treated hair because, most women spend a small fortune on their hair. And the number one complaint is that it gets dry and brittle. So what you'll find with our hair and body wash, especially for the women, is that it won't dry your hair out.
Yeah. So Chris wouldn't have to worry about that because you don't have much hair up there to worry about wasting.
I spend a very small fortune.
Yeah, one bottle will last him several years.
Yeah, he can use a drop, like a dime size.
Very small portion.
All right.
I had to throw that in there. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Phil, but I had to throw that in there.
No, that's fine. But
I just got to cut it. Looks worse.
You'll see when you use the hair and body wash, you don't get any of that kind of feeling where it's like coated on you, Mm-hmm. And it's all I use. I think it's better than anything I buy in the store. And I don't say that because, I'm product manager. Yep. The laundry detergent has an enzyme base in it, very specific for blood and ground in dirt. It's energy. It's HEI, high energy efficient, whatever it is, with the new washing machine, so you don't have to use a whole lot. And it works phenomenally. I use it for all of my law enforcement gear. I use it for my 15-year-old son's football gear. All of my obviously hunting gear and everything. And I want to make something clear, because there's this misnomer that when you wash your clothes in a scent control company's laundry detergent, that it does something to the clothes and prevents it from having odor. That's not true.
No.
Okay. There's only one thing on the market that and we'll get into that in a little bit with the Extend.
Yep.
But the laundry detergent, all that does is it cleans your gear and gets it ready for the spray or the Extend treatment. Just like the hair and body wash cleans your body and gets your body ready for the core body foam to go on. So, those two things are I can't make them look so sexy. Now I see Theodore wants to know what the shelf life is. So 4 years. 4 years is the shelf life.
That's my dad, Phil. So you know.
Oh, okay. All right. What's up, Dad?
My dad bought some of this off you guys too.
Big T's in the house.
Yeah. So we don't go on the shelf in September and then buy one get 4 free in January. Ours is good. It doesn't spoil. So it won't be a problem to if you have some left over this year, you're good for next year. You don't have to spend more money to replace it. And do we want your business? Absolutely we do. But what we don't want is a product that has to be replaced all the time. Like I want you as a consumer for the next 10, 12, 15, 20 years. And to do that, you have to have a really good product. Yeah. So it's to us, it's not about trying to get you to buy 5, 6, 7 bottles in a year. If you can get through the year with 2 bottles, great. But I'd rather have you buy 2 bottles from us for the next 15 years than buy 1 bottle of this and try this and 1 bottle of that, and you never come back to us. Yep. So shelf life's important, but our formulation is a very expensive formulation, and because the reason it's expensive is because it's quality and it's very good.
Yeah. It's a product that I'm going to stand behind for a long time. I mean, it's my favorite product, hunting product. It's in my arsenal now. I'm confident with it. And that's one thing too, that's really big is, you're using all these products over the years. Right. Until I really looked into the science behind this product, and like on the website, you go into the details and the science behind it. Right. So I please, challenge anybody to get on there and look at this. And this is the Elimishield website right here. Go on to Elimishield and just look at all the information that they have for you. They're explaining everything and what it does and, what they're doing out there. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't buy this product, you are at a disadvantage in the woods. I'm telling you right now.
It's a lot like, I tell people all the time, I can tell you that a Corvette is fast and a Corvette is fast off the line. And it puts you in the back of your seat and it's exhilarating. And I can tell you that all day long. And you probably know the Corvettes are fast. But when you get in a Corvette and you drive a Corvette, it becomes real. It's the same thing with our products. You can watch, stuff like this. You can hear me talk. You can read our science. Until you get the core body foam, and something both of you can attest to, is get the core body foam and use it for deodorant. Just use it for deodorant.
Yep.
And watch and see how it works. Let the product work for you. I don't know how you figure out how human replicated odor works, right? Like, I don't know how to test that, but with this, you can test it and you can see that it works and you can see the technology at work. Yeah. So, I talked about getting your body clean for the core body foam. So the core body foam is probably our stallion.
Yeah. And that is if you're going to buy anything in this kit, if you want to test something out, buy the core body foam and test it out yourself. I've been going since September 18th, and Chris can attest to this, and I think he's doing the same thing. I've used other body foams, and it don't work. When I come home, I'm smelling myself. When I use this stuff, I do not smell myself. But the key is you got to be clean, and then you have to clean your body, and you shower. And like
Yeah.
I said, I shower with the hair and body soap all the time now. And I put this on as a deodorant instead of a stick deodorant, and night and day difference. It's
Now,
unbelievable.
now, if you use these products as their intended use, like you said, you got to be clean and you use them. You use them all in every avenue: your clothes, your body, and the foam as your deodorant through your hair, on your face, whatever. I can attest this year, I never got busted. And here's something very interesting. You know, people say, "Oh, I hunt the wind. I play the wind." I didn't worry about the wind this year. I was
Yeah.
putting this stuff through its paces.
Yeah.
I just went wherever I wanted to hunt this year. And even if the wind was at my back, and I never got
Yeah.
busted. And you
Mhm.
can watch some of my videos. I've got deer under me at 10 yards, you
Yeah.
know, and never did I get busted. And actually, one of the does I shot, she went behind me 2 times downwind and tried to get me. And
Yep.
she came back out, and it was a fatal mistake on her part.
Yep.
Well, and
Yeah.
you all can attest. You will have a different experience in the woods if you use these products the way they're intended to be used. Now, I'm not going to tell you that a 200-inch deer is going to walk out because you're using our products.
Yeah.
But I am going to tell you, you're gonna have a different experience in the woods as a result.
For
Yep.
sure.
For sure. And like I said, with my past video, the doe video, I had 14, 15 deer around me, and I'm using the camera, and I'm like smiling at the camera, and the deer are downwind of me, and the wind's blowing to them, and they're just walking past me and moving around. That 4-point, that little buck came right to me downwind. Now it looked at me, put its head up and looked, but it didn't figure out what I was and walked right behind me, and I could have, shot that deer 10 times. So
Yep.
it does work, and I've been using it all year in Ohio and in PA, and I haven't got busted once. So it's definitely a good thing.
It's a changer, game changer for sure.
Okay,
The core
so
body foam, the way it works, just for your listeners that may not be aware of it. So when you get out of the shower and you're clean, this is just a foam. It's a water-based product. What you want to do is you just want to put it on your body everywhere that basically you feel like sweat is going to be produced. Like I said, I use it for deodorant, use it on my feet, my face, back of the neck, everywhere. And what happens is it will continue to work for you for 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
And
explain that real quick, Phil, to people, like what it leaves behind. Can you please explain that to the people?
Yeah,
Because
so
it ain't just covering it up.
Yeah, so when you use like hand sanitizer, and you doing your hands and everything, it's killing what's there, right? But after about 30 seconds, it evaporates. And there's nothing left to continue to fight anything that you may come in contact with. So with the core body foam, it bonds to your skin. And so once it bonds to your skin, it is continuously there to reduce odor and prevent you from having issues in the woods where you would get blown. And as y'all can attest, you put it on. I know Jay Everett, who's the marketing director at Hunter Safety System, went 5 days without a shower. His wife was out of town. He when she leaves, he takes a shower. He puts it on as deodorant, puts it on everywhere. And for the next 5 days that she's gone, he doesn't shower. She gets home and spent the entire day with him and never once said that he smelled. And then he asked her, says, how do I smell? And she's like, well, you don't smell at all. He said, well, I haven't showered in 5 days. So, when you put that in the context for deer hunting, and again, once you use it for deodorant, the aha moment will happen, the light will go off, and you'll see. When you're odor free in your most odor producing areas, then what's that going to do for your whole body?
Yeah. I put it. I use it. I put it in my hair. I put it under my armpits, behind my legs, my feet, everything before I get in. After I get a shower in the morning before hunting, I coat wherever I can with the body foam. And Matt from Wannabe said, is there any sticky? No, there's no. It goes away, but it leaves that sort of I don't want to say that protective barrier on your body, but there's no sticky feeling or nothing. Like my hands that I just put the foam on, there's nothing. Like this foam is just. I use 2 pumps under each. I just take 2 pumps, I rub it in, put it on my armpits, or I pump it straight on, rub it in, and it's basically gone now. And it's there's no sticky feeling, but it leaves behind that protective barrier that continues to eliminate odors. And that's why this product is so special, is because it gives you something for that ongoing protection when you're in the woods.
Right.
Like if you see, and we were talking about this too, when you're taking a scent spray, not this particular one, but other sprays, you see people on TV and you see people in the woods, they carry this with them all the time. Well, they coat down, they walk into the woods. After a while, that's gone. So they got to reapply it. They got to keep reapplying it. And what you're doing is you're basically using, if you're using it correctly to be scent free, you're using a bottle in a weekend. So you got to go buy another bottle. You know,
Right.
This product is longer lasting and you don't need to keep reapplying it, but you do need to let it dry for it to work correctly.
And that's a great point. Yes, that's a very good point. I'm glad you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
So when you apply a spray, and really it doesn't matter if it's ours or anybody else's. But so there's two trains of thought. What I do with the knowledge that I have and the understanding of the science and the molecular levels and all those things, anything that's going to touch my skin, I turn it inside out. And if I'm going to spray it, I'll spray it down to saturate it. I don't do the whole halo spray, oh, I hope this works and go in the woods. No, not happening. You're wasting product. Turn it inside out, spray it down, saturate it till it's dripping, and then just let it dry. Mm-hmm. After that, you are good for 14 days. Now, that's not 14 calendar days, okay? That's 14 days of use. All right. After you worn this for 14 hunts, that's when we recommend you wash it. Okay. Now, that conversation kind of parlays into the Extend. So the Extend product that we offer is a long-term textile scent control product. And the way it works, you've got 10 ounces right there. You will take 3 gallons of water heated to a minimum of 110 degrees. And your regular kitchen sink should do that without a problem. What I do is I do 2.5 gallons of hot tap water, a half gallon of almost boiling water, just to get it hot enough. Because what you want is those fibers to expand and open up. You put it in a big Rubbermaid container or Yeti cooler, whatever. Put your hot water in there, pour your 10 ounces in, and then that will treat up to 10 pounds of garments. You put it in there, you saturate it for a minimum of 10 minutes. You pull it out, you wring it out, you let it line dry. And once it's dried, our molecule is now in that garment. And so forever is an immeasurable term. So you have to be able to measure how long it's good for. Well, in the textile industry, they measure it by commercial washings. So after 50 commercial washings, which are if a residential wash, it's 2 residential washes to 1 commercial wash. 50 residential washes, we're still at 99% effectiveness. So you'll probably never wash your gear 100 times in the amount of time you have it.
Yeah.
Most of your top tier brands are really recommending that you only wash it like 2 times a year. But what this was developed for was, if you don't have the budget to go out and get, top dollar stuff, Sitka, First Light, Osseo, pick your Kuyu, whatever. You could go to Walmart and get Walmart brand camo and then take this product. And after you treat it for the life of that garment, you're good. And that's important because, right now the economy is not the greatest. People don't have extra money. So everybody's dollar needs to go further. And so we developed this to try and help everybody have a better experience, but more importantly, so that you can take any garment and have a long-term scent control process in it.
And I wanted to add something that says, you see this question, would this product ruin camouflage Gore-Tex rain gear? That's one question that we have here, but this product is more based on the stuff that's touching your skin and your base layers and stuff, correct, Phil? Like you could treat your outer clothing with it, but it's basically for where your skin is producing the odor. You
That's
wouldn't
right.
want that on an outer layer. You would want that on like a base layer, like your underwear,
Well,
your socks, your base layers.
this also isn't a scent killer to cover up some stink that you already
That's right.
have. The key
It's
is to be
prevention.
clean and prevent the stink
That's
from
right.
happening to forming
Now,
on your skin.
and you're
Yeah.
exactly right, Chris. Now, the spray has part of the formulation. It has an enzyme formula, and enzymes are for like atmospheric odors, like gasoline vapors, fumes, uh,
Smoke.
smoke. Like you walk into Subway and you come out smelling like Subway sandwich
Yeah.
place. Okay, atmospheric odors. So that is to cover those up and eliminate them. But the core of our products and our technology is based around what causes human odor. Now, I saw a minute ago the question about the rain gear, I'm not, sir, I can't remember your name. Yeah, Corey. I'm not being a smart aleck when I say this, but rain gear is made to repel liquid. So our products would not be able to adhere to that because rain gear is made to repel liquid. So if you were to spray down or soak in our Extend, it wouldn't be able to get in the fiber because of the Gore-Tex rain gear being completely impervious to allowing anything to absorb and soak in. So the answer to your question is it would not ruin it because we wouldn't be able to treat it.
Yeah, and then we have another one here. Where is Matt's comment with the water? Does it matter what kind of water you use? Should you use? Here it is, right here. Where the
Probably
heck is
talking
it?
about like well water, spring
Yeah, what
water,
kind? Want to be no
city
talking
water.
Yeah, like a lot of people like to use distilled water or use like reverse osmosis stuff.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I mean, tap water. Just use tap water.
I used my bathtub. I
Yeah,
took
yeah.
I took 2 5-gallon buckets, filled them up with the hottest tap water I could get. I got 10 gallons of water, 10 minutes soak in that 10 ounces, and it was all my gear.
Yes.
I just saturated it, wrung it out, and I put up a clothesline at camp and hung it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And where this is most beneficial, and I see Nature's Wilds asking this question. Yes, it's specific for everything that's going to touch your skin. So socks, long johns, underwear, t-shirt, and then next layer, any skull caps, toboggans, face masks. A lot of the clothiers now are making, the hoods that come up and the built-in masks, spray that mask area best you can, absolutely saturate it. Gloves, things like that. Those are all things that you definitely want to make sure you treat with the Extend. Now, as far as how much you sweat, I've got a lot of friends that are really big guys, and they sweat profusely. Like if they think about sweating, they sweat. And using this process the way it's made to be used, they do not have a problem. You can wash your clothes all you want. And if you use the Extend, you can't wash it out and you can't wear it out. So if you feel the need to wash it, wash it.
Which that brings up a good point too. After you use the products, you're keeping that scent from forming on you. I went out and scouted and hung some tree stands and sweated profusely, and I come home and I checked myself, and I still didn't stink.
Yeah.
Even after sweating profusely, as long as you're clean and use that and let it dry on you, and you use the product as it's intended, you will not have an issue.
Well, a lot of people when they go into the stand, some guys, they'll carry their heavy coat in. Like it can be 20 degrees outside and they'll go in a short sleeve shirt. The older I get, the more I just slow down in everything I do. So when I go in, I just take my time. I just a lot more time to walk in. I take my time a little bit slower. But as good as clothes are getting now, it really insulates heat really well. And it doesn't matter if it's 20 degrees outside. When you get to your stand or your blind, you can be sweating, you can be hot. And there's nothing worse than having all that gear on and feeling like that sweat run down your back.
Right.
And you're like, well, my hunt's over. Well, no, it's not anymore.
Have to be,
Welcome to the Elimishield family. Right.
And then Matt from Wannabe said he missed it. It's a wash. It's actually not a wash. It's actually you soak your products in it.
Right. Yeah. So
in the Extend.
Again, going back to, we always want to have a clean platform. So you want to wash all your clothes and get them clean. Okay. And the reason for that is because you want this technology to bond to the textile, the fibers of the textile. You don't want it to bond to different molecules of odor or bacteria or whatever else is on your clothes. You don't want it to bond to that. You want it to bond to the textile. So when you use the laundry detergent, there's no after effect after you use the laundry detergent. All that does is clean. Okay. After you get it clean, then you want to use it. The extend. Think of it as a soak. You just want to put it in and soak it for 10 minutes. Okay. It should already be clean. You're just soaking it. And then when it comes out, then once it dries and the water evaporates, our molecule is left behind.
So you don't want to put that in a dryer. You want to leave it line dry for as long as possible, or could you put it on like a low cycle once it stops like dripping?
Yeah, I wouldn't take it straight from the Rubbermaid container and throw it in the dryer. No. Yeah, I would let it line dry for a couple, 3 or 4 hours, and if it's damp to the touch, yeah, absolutely throw it in. Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you recommend on a low setting or high setting, or it doesn't matter, just to dry it?
Just as far as our technology goes, it doesn't matter. Do whatever it says on like I know like Sitka and Osseo, which are two of the premium brands, that they have wash settings and temperature settings on the tag.
Very low, very low.
Yes. So I would follow that. Yeah, I would just follow that.
Okay, now
low temperature, long time.
Since we're talking about heat and temperature right now, since we brought that up, I wanted to sort of talk about, a lot of the products out there that I've been used to for the last 10 or 15 years of hunting have been like carbon-based products. Okay. Like your, like your scent blockers, your scent locks and things like that, that are carbon. You have to heat them to activate them. Okay. Now we've talked about this behind the scenes a little bit. And, I felt like I was sort of wasting. I thought that I was doing something really good in my hunting arsenal, but I guess you can't really heat up these carbon clothings enough to actually activate them and release the scent in the carbon.
And I want to be very careful. I want to play nice with our partners in the industry. It's my understanding from my research that you have to be able to reach a certain temperature in order to basically recharge the carbon or the charcoal, which are one and the same. One's activated, one's not. Just simply washing it in your washing machine and throw it in the dryer, all that does is cleans it. It's not retarding how full that carbon or charcoal is from absorption. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And from what I understand, it's not normal for the regular residential household to have equipment that would properly go from like an 80% full status to 0.
Yep.
It just, and again, from my research, what I see is about the best you can get residentially is getting to about 50%.
Okay. Now, I just wanted to make that clear to people.
Yeah. Does that technology work? Yes, it does. It is a proven technology. But I tell people this with everything. Do your own research.
Yep.
Look at marketing and ask yourself, does that make sense? And I think people will start to figure it out. Consumers are not stupid; they're not. And there's a lot of shady companies that have really good marketing that are pushing a really bad product. And those are the here today, gone tomorrows. And that's okay. I mean, that's part of the industry, but that's what we're trying to defeat is some of the shadiness in scent control.
Yep. No, definitely this product is unbelievable. Like I'm proof, just from using it this year. And like I said, when I got it early in the season, I told you I was going to test it out all year. And I stand behind this product 100%. I know Chris does. I wanted to thank you guys for coming up with a great product like this. It's changed my hunting game this last year with me seeing deer and being, in the game a lot more, and even having the confidence, because if you're not confident in a product or any of your gear or anything, that's a big part of the game. Having that mindset that, hey, I'm doing the best that I can to try to get the advantage, on a whitetail.
Well, and platforms like this are really what we enjoy doing, because you can pay anybody that has a hunting TV show a certain amount of money, and they're going to tell everybody that it's the best product going.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask you all to tell your audience, how much money do we pay y'all to use our products?
I get absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Correct.
Yeah,
and it's not that we're cheap.
No.
It's that our marketing strategy, in order for us to, going back to what I said, to be a legitimate business, legitimate technology, legitimate science, we can't take our brand and ruin it by just paying people just to say whatever we tell them to say. Hey, here are the talking points. Hit them all. No,
Mm-hmm.
We have to have people like yourselves that are true to form woodsmen, that get out and that hunt, that have as many failures as successes. You can, and I've been with a guy, good friend of mine, from a very prominent hunting family. He's gotten a phone call, and the guy says, "Hey man, I got this 165, pattern 3 days in a row, man. You can drive up here, get in the stand by tomorrow morning, bring your camera, make a great episode." And he goes up there, drives all night, and he gets in the stand and he kills it. Well, okay, but really, does that resonate with the everyday hunter? Like the people that are buying all these things, they're getting paid to push? No, he didn't hang that stand. He didn't go out and scout. He didn't do the food plots, carry the corn in, run trail cameras. He didn't do any of that. So he didn't knock on doors to get, permission. I mean, and so it takes a lot away from it.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
just saw somebody had a question about the deodorant.
Yeah, that was great.
If you want to use a deodorant after you put the foam on for antiperspirant qualities, it's not going to hurt anything. You use an unscented, but I don't have a problem with the sweat part. The foam doesn't have antiperspirant to it. I don't have a problem with that. Maybe you guys do, and you find
I don't
sweat a lot, have wet armpits. I don't have that problem. But if you do, then fine. Put that on first. Let it dry. If you want to take some Arm & Hammer unscented, and put it on so you don't sweat on your armpits. Not a problem. It's not going to hurt anything. They partner together just fine.
Yeah, I haven't used deodorant, like I said, and even the Axe or the Right Guards or nothing since September 18th. I've been just using this core body foam, and I haven't. And I've used other products that are foam, and they claim to do the same thing. And I know for a fact it doesn't work. A lot of the other products, this stuff works. I actually have done it with other products, and I've smelt myself, and then I didn't clean myself. I just put this on to see, and it took the odor away. But every time I get out of the shower, I have a bottle of this in the bathroom, and I put it on. Now, you also have, like you said, every day hand sanitizers and things too that you can also purchase on your. Is that on their website, the Elimishield website, or is that somewhere else?
So we don't have any additional hand sanitizers. That is our hand sanitizer. Because if you put it on first thing, it's going to stay on your hands all day. Doorknobs, money exchanges, shaking hands, all that stuff. It will keep you safe and clean and healthy all day long. But you can find our products at Amazon. You can find them at Hunter Safety Systems website. And then there is a pretty long list of independent retailers that carry it. With that being said, if you're watching this and you have a mom and pop bow shop or a chain bow shop in your area and you want them to carry our products, go talk to them, give them my name. I run all of our social media. So if you send a message out, it'll come to me. Tell them to, send us a message. We'll send them some program information and we'll get it in their store. Like I said, we're very in tune with our consumers. If you follow our social media, you'll see we celebrate, a 6-year-old shooting their first deer that's a spike just as much as we did when Luke Brewster killed the world record using our products. You know, we are very excited about people getting in the outdoors and having fun.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, the guy today who I recovered the deer for with the drone, he told me, he said, yeah, you know, it wasn't quite as big as I thought it was, you know. And I was like, hey, stop. I said, listen, man, like, you got to hunt with your friends. You've never seen a dog work before. You got to see a dog work. You've never seen a drone fly before. You got to see a drone fly. You know, you got to share the excitement of when we clicked off the thermal and there's your deer, you know, on my handset, you know, and you got to recover your deer, you know, like that's an awesome day. Like every time that you look at that deer, regardless if it's a spike or it's a 300-inch deer, you're going to remember every piece of this day. That's the trophy. It's not what comes from the taxidermist. That's the trophy. And that's what we try and really celebrate with our consumers. You know, I want to be the face of our brand. I want people to know when they have a question exactly who's answering it. You know, I don't want it to just, I don't want them to just get some, you know, AI generated response and then you never hear back from anybody. You know, that's not how you earn people's business for long term.
Yeah, and JJ says, come back and talk to some about drones, please. So we'll have to have you back up here, Phil, and talk about some drones.
Yeah, happy to. Yeah.
This is your
they can
email.
go over. They can go over and check out my channel. We just did a podcast with Phil here about the drones not too long ago.
Yep. And then this is your email here, Phil. This is the Philip Dixon at BrysonUSA.com. So if anybody finds a store that may be interested in carrying the Elimishield products, please get a hold of Phil. And here's his email right there.
Out. Yep. Yeah, have the store reach out, and heck, I'll even make a deal. If you get us in a store, I'll send you a kit.
That's awesome, guys. You hear that? You get him in a store, he'll send you a scent elimination kit. And if you don't contact him, you can always contact me because I can get a hold of Phil also and give him your name and your information. But if you want to, just go over to Phil's email right here. Philip.Dixon@BrysonUSA.com and let him know that you have a store that's interested, and I'm sure he will contact that store. If he can get his product in there, he will send you a scent elimination kit, and it is, I guarantee, the best scent elimination kit on the market. I stand behind it 100%.
And you tell JJ whenever he wants to do a drone talk, I'll be happy to do that because I can talk about that as long as I can talk about Elimishield.
Right.
No, that's for sure. That's going to be a up and coming one, Phil. We'll get a hold of you whenever, maybe after the hunting season when everything settles down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And after the holidays and stuff like that, we'll do a drone podcast also, and we'll talk about the drones because I'm going to be in the market for a DJI Mini 4 soon here too for my channel. So we can definitely talk about it.
I know a guy that I like a whole lot that's probably getting ready to be a dealer here not for too long.
Cool.
So just
I don't know who that would be.
Hold
on. Cool. That's awesome. So I mean, we can definitely that'll be an interesting topic. We have a lot of people in here that are interested in that also. So yeah,
absolutely.
Hey, we got Big Tiny in the chat here. He's a guy that went with me on the bear hunt, Phil. And,
is that right? Okay.
He's one of the guys that I introduced to the product while we was there. He was in the video putting on the foam with me and stuff. And
he was spraying it in his coffee. He was spraying it in his coffee for a creamer.
Well, we had three of us using the core body foam, and nobody was disappointed. I'll tell you that. And that was a 4-day camping trip up to Upper New York for bear. So it definitely worked. We weren't taking showers. It was like 30 and 40 degrees hot. So we was foaming up.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, guys. If you can get Elimishield out there, I mean, that's the whole purpose of doing these podcasts. And, you know, Phil was nice enough to come up here to get it. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't buy any other product, at least try this core body foam. Buy this product.
That's the staple.
Yeah, this is the staple. And then I mean, there ain't nothing like this, the X10. So definitely look into those two products. But if if you have your scent, your field spray, you can buy that in the kit that the foam, the laundry detergent, the hair and body wash, and the field spray all comes in the scent elimination kit. And what we're giving away tonight is that kit. But Phil also is going to add this extend into that kit also. This doesn't come with the kit, and Phil was nice enough to add that into the kit. That way you have all the products that they carry, so you could have the advantage also. So that I wanted to say thank you to Phil for doing that. I spoke with him today, and I was talking about adding that, and he's like, sure, I'll add that too. So he was nice enough to do that, guys. So stick around because we're going to be doing a giveaway, and I know Phil, you got to be leaving here like really soon here, so we're probably going to get on
15. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready to go, we'll do the giveaway.
Sure.
And the people need to be in the chat to to be eligible. And please, you also have to subscribe to my channel, which is mostly everybody's in here subscribed to my channel. And then Chris is also, it's City Sticker Chris. And let me see if I have everybody. If anybody's in here, could you share Chris's channel for me? And I don't know. There it is right here. I got this right there. There's his channel. But if somebody could put that in the chat so you can go over and give him, he's really close to 1,000 guys. So I'm trying to help out and, get him up to 1,000 here. So, is there any other questions in the chat that you guys have for Phil, for myself, for Chris? I don't need to be in the giveaway. Okay, Monica, thank you. But if there's any other questions that you want answered, Phil is the man to answer your question.
And let me say this also.
Yeah, sure.
When you're thinking about the uses for our products, don't just be linear in your thinking and just think hunting. Think about workout clothes, kids' sporting goods. Every new pair of shoes that I get,
hockey
I take
equipment.
Spray. I saturate the inside of all my shoes, let it dry. My shoes don't have odor. We actually used to sponsor an ECHL team down here where we are.
Okay.
And, I mean, you said hockey, and I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, like some of the stinkiest people I've ever been around in my entire life is a locker room full of hockey players after a game because they're just a different breed anyway. But we treated their whole facility, and you would not know that there were hockey players there. Treated all their gear, everything. So it's a quality of life product as well as just a hunting product. If you buy a car, used car, and the inside of it smells like cigarette smoke, saturate that headliner and the seats with the spray, and see if that odor doesn't go away.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a whole lot of different uses that you can use it for.
Yep.
Now, during COVID, Phil, we were saying before we came on, during COVID, you guys were putting a lot of product out to the hospitals, correct?
Yeah, we had COVID was it was terrible. I mean, a lot of people died, but we had some people in some very high-ranking places stumble on our technology, and you know how it is. It just takes the right person to say the right thing and opens floodgates. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what happened, and we had a hard time keeping up, which was a great problem to have. But because of and it goes back to the conversation when I was telling you, with hand sanitizer, during COVID, there was hand sanitizer everywhere, and people are just, all the time, but then 30 seconds later, it's gone. Right. Yeah. As where our product has a much longer usage rate, people were not, they weren't getting sick. Mm-hmm. And, I know I used it. My kids used it. My wife used it. Everybody I know used it. Still here to talk about it. Now, am I telling you that Elimishield Hunt kills COVID? I don't know if it does or not. But what I do know is that when I travel on airplanes and I coat myself in this stuff, I don't get sick after being on an airplane. Trade shows, I coat myself in the core body foam because I'm shaking hands all the time. Giving and taking stuff, doorknobs, take your pick. I don't get any of the show crud, and none of the people that use it do. So, COVID really opened our eyes as far as the many uses our product has. And we've been very blessed with the success of our products, but the two brothers that have started our business literally are the American dream. They incorporated, they signed the paperwork to be a business September 11th, the day the World Trade Center got hit. And they have done everything, and they are the best business practitioners and they are the model for what other people should look at as the American dream. You know, they didn't take paychecks for the longest time, reinvested everything back in the business, Employees come first. You know, without the employees, they're not there. And they built and they built and they built. They failed. They build back better. You know, I hate that terminology, but that's what they did. And they've gotten to where they are a legitimate American dream. And they put out good products that come from years and years and years of hard work and failure and learning from your failure and then becoming successful. And they don't take anything to market that is not a superior brand. And that's how it should be.
Yeah. Now, since you were talking about that real quick, and then I know you got to go soon here, but could you give us that little story of that guy, the person he's a hunter who had that operation, and he was using your core body foam to help him when he was operated on? Could you just go through? You don't have to get so detailed, but just give the listeners here and the
he's a name brand celebrity too,
and he is. Yeah, so could you please explain that story?
And it parallels a story that I've got when I had surgery. I had an incision. I had like 6-8 staples. This guy had a bigger incision, but I used the core body foam every day on the incision. And my doctor told me that he has never seen an incision heal that quick. This gentleman that you're talking about, exact same thing. Mm-hmm. You know, am I making a claim that our product heals you quicker? I'm not doing that. But I am telling you that I used our product on myself and this gentleman also, and there's a myriad of other people that had the same testimony. Mm-hmm. And again, because of the technology and what it does, it was able to help me heal much quicker than had I not used it.
Yeah, and I think that's because of the bacteria, the germs that form over a incision or a cut. I think that just eliminates that, and I think that's the reason why. I'm not claiming that that's why you healed quicker or whatever, but I think it's because of that. You know, it gives you that protection and sanitizes your wound. It gets a chance to heal quicker. You know, that's my opinion.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing with you, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yep, I got you for sure. So, all right. Well, if anybody has any other questions, Phil's going to be getting off here soon, I think, because he got some other matters to take care of. I have to do some things tonight also.
He's got to go clean his buck, man. The dude just killed a monster today.
I already dropped him off. Dropped him off.
Nice. So, yeah, congratulations on your buck today too.
I appreciate it. North Carolina is a very, very hard place to hunt. The deer here are every single one of them are meth heads. You know, as soon as they come out, they're you know, like just it's awful. And one of my really good friends, I'm gonna give him a plug here. His name's Thomas Stamper on Instagram. He is the basement decorator. Just one of the funniest guys in the world. And he incorporates a lot of different things into his pages and everything. And he and I joke all the time about, you know, if you can kill 120, 130 inch buck in North Carolina, that should qualify as a Boone and Crockett.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But he was out there with me today and helped me. And, you know, I was tickled to death. It's been a long season. Like I said, I retired. My wife has been awesome and basically said, just go hunt this year. Just go decompress, put 25 years of law enforcement behind you, you know, close that chapter, get ready for the next one, do it in the tree stand. And I'm eternally grateful for that because
that's an awesome thing.
You know, it's not an easy thing to do to go from being a state trooper to just you're not.
Yeah.
You know? And so it's been very beneficial to me, just mental health wise, physically, and it's been a good, you know, transition. But it's been a difficult year. I've hunted a lot, passed on a lot of stuff, and so, you know, finally, you know, get one. I had one a little bit earlier in the year, but this one, you know, was really good. JJ Drones, thank you. I appreciate it. That's kind of you to say that. But yeah, good stuff, man. Life is good. Life is really good. And
I I just had a phone conversation today with a PA ex-cop, state cop, that called me and wants me to come look at his land here in March. So
you need to tell that guy. Mike Yoder with Drone Deer Recovery. I talked to him, and there's some problems with drones up in Pennsylvania right now. Deer recovery. We as a drone community, we need to get some people that can talk to legislators and help them understand the benefit of allowing drones to recover deer.
Well, they're claiming that that's aiding in the hunt, but is going out after hours too. You know what I mean?
Well, they're saying that it falls under the electronics part of the prohibited items, and it's difficult when one DNR officer in Pennsylvania says, "I think that's really cool." It's in the gray area, probably is illegal, but I don't think what you're doing goes against the spirit of the hunt or the spirit of the outdoors. And then another wildlife officer hears about it and drives over and says, "I disagree." Writes a ticket, seizes a drone, takes the deer. Like that. That's just not the. That's just.
I don't even think, Phil. I don't even think they gave him a violation. They just seized the drone without the violation. That's one of the issues. Also,
that's
like
correct.
How can they seize it without giving them a violation?
Well, and I'm not sure that, and I might be talking out of both sides of my rear end here. I don't know, but I know that a lot of times they will complete their investigation and then at the end come back and make the charge instead of making the charge and then continue to investigate.
Gotcha.
Right, wrong, or indifferent, it doesn't matter. But I explained it to somebody. When something like that happens, it's no different than as a state trooper. I'm sitting on the on-ramp to the interstate, and my coworker's sitting beside me, and we're running radar. And a car goes by, I'm like, "Oh, he's moving pretty good. I think he's doing about 80. Turn the radar on, 80 to 65 zone. Well, I might be like, I'm not going to mess with that one. But my buddy sitting beside me might be like, well, it's against the law. I am. And he can go right in the ticket. Both of us are within our boundaries. Like I utilize discretion. He chose to enforce the law. Yeah. Both of those are okay. But what needs to happen is the lawmakers need to get the support of law enforcement and the drone operators. And getting those two together sometimes is very difficult. Yeah. And what it's going to take are people like the guy you talked to, the Pennsylvania officer. We all know legislators, because that, as we just do, get a hold of them, go volunteer to do demos, show them how it works, explain to them, hey, look, this deer might not otherwise be recovered. That's not in the spirit of the outdoors. We're not, and in North Carolina, the thing is, you can use a drone up to the point that you are assisting somebody in taking a natural resource. So if I find one and it's still alive, my job's done. Okay. Yeah. I don't hover the drone and allow them to walk in and finish it off because I'm assisting them in taking a natural resource.
Yeah, you're aiding in the
right. I bring it back, I land it, I put it up, I have them sign a form, and then when I get in the truck and leave, I give them the coordinates of where that deer was last seen. And I tell them, you need to go in there once you believe it's expired. What they choose to do is on them.
Yeah, then they deal with the consequences of whatever their decision is after you're done. Yeah.
But if somebody hires me to come out there and do that, they care enough about recovering that animal. They're probably not going to be, a dirty type hunter, So.
Yep, but that's going to be for another series, another episode on Hunting Talk for sure. Because we could talk for hours about that too. So I know you got to get out of here. Your wife's probably right there. She's staring at you, saying, "Let's go."
Yeah, she's all right. She's
she good.
She's still wanting to tell y'all that my middle name's Hollywood. That's okay.
Nice. I agree.
You've been getting a lot of FaceTime lately. I'll tell you, between my channel and Ted here.
I know. That's all right. That's
Getting
all
some
right.
camera time, man.
He's
That's
not.
right.
He's not
No,
just a pretty face. He's not just a
Yeah,
pretty face.
he
He has a
powdered
bunch
his
of.
nose. He don't even have no shine.
She's over there rolling her eyes right now.
He don't even. He don't even need no excess lighting or anything with that face there. You know.
Nope,
No, it's just my natural glow, man.
it's just
Yeah. There you go.
natural.
It's
There
the
you go.
elimination. It's the core body foam.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
foam
I
takes
agree.
the sheen off.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But no,
keep
guys,
it-
I appreciate the offer to come on.
Yeah,
I
and we're
appreciate
definitely
what
gonna
y'all
do it again.
I appreciate the fact that y'all are good stewards of the outdoors. That's what we look for in brand ambassadors and people that we want to work with. So
Yep.
I applaud both of you for doing that.
Thank you.
You know, y'all have great platforms, and I'm happy to do everything I can to help you grow those.
Yep.
To your listeners, you know, on both y'all's pages, anything I can do to help answer questions, you know, whatever. Happy to do it. You've got
Yep.
my email addresses on there. I answer all
Yep.
social media, so reach out. You know, we would love to earn the privilege of your business and maintain it for as long as we're all hunting. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
you know, anything I can do, let me know, guys.
All right.
Thanks,
Well,
Phil.
thank you for
Appreciate you.
being on here, Phil. We
Absolutely.
really appreciate it. And I'll get a hold of you again, and we'll do the drone hunting talk here after the
sounds good.
holidays and things like settle down. Thank you, Phil, and you have a great night. And I appreciate all your support, buddy. Thank you
And
very
just
much.
do me a favor, send me the name and address of your drawing winner, and I'll have that stuff shipped out this week.
Yes, for sure.
Perfect. All right, guys.
sure.
All the
All
best.
right.
Have a good
Have a
evening.
good
Thank
night.
you. Have a
Enjoy
great
your day.
holiday. See
You
ya.
too. See you. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye. All right. Well, that was Mr. Phil Dixon from Elimishield, and I hope you guys enjoyed all that information we got in there. Now, I'm going to go with Chris if he has anything to say about the Elimishield products on his end, because we let Phil basically run the show there to get all the information that we could out because he couldn't stay on long. So, yeah, go ahead, Chris. If there's anything you want to add to the Elimishield products or anything your experiences.
I just want to reiterate that, you know, when I first got with Phil and started, he sent me out the products. I started using them, and I quit using stick deodorant. I took it on a week-long bear hunt to Upper New York and introduced 2 other guys to it, and we all used it. And we're hiking in the mountains of the Upper Adirondacks, and without a shower for a week. And we all enjoyed the product. We didn't stink. I used it all season. I never got busted. I never I never worried about hunting the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And after talking with Phil, we both came up with this saying, like, we give the deer our wind. And that sounds ridiculous to say, but you can actually let the deer have your wind, and they did not bust you.
Yeah, I didn't get busted at all this year.
I mean, I've never experienced that before.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
all
that's
these,
why I
with
stand
all these
behind.
other with all these other sprays, you know, that are out on the market, or chemicals that you use. You know, you still have some odor of some sort. One of the important things guys forget about, and this is unrelated to Elimishield, but dudes, brush your freaking teeth before you go out. Okay, get your mouth clean.
Yeah.
I mean, if your breath is stinking, dude, there ain't no Elimishield that's gonna help that.
You can't gargle. You can't gargle with it. I don't see
No,
it saying that you can gargle with it at all.
no.
So
It's for on your skin, but not in you, not
yeah, not in your mouth.
intestinally, you know,
Yeah.
usage here. But
Yep.
yeah, that there's a lot of guys forget about that, you know. And I didn't want to be too graphic, but I'm gonna bring it up anyhow because I'm a TMI guy. Too much information. But I was talking to somebody and I said, "Have you ever had a rough weekend where you had eaten too much Mexican or something, and you had the skids?" Right? Okay. And you're tearing it up all weekend long, you know, man. Oh, geez, I got diarrhea so bad, and your butt's just on fire, right? Well, this happened to me, and then this is a true story. I know it's TMI, but you got to hear it. My butt was killing me, so I took a shower, got cleaned up, and I put the core body foam on.
You mean you dabbed? You dabbed with core body
I
foam.
put the core body foam on after I got out of the shower and put that on. Okay. Within 20 minutes, I was feeling fine.
Yeah.
And I told somebody else about it. And they tried it. And he was like, he called me up. He's like, dude, I can't believe it. He's like, you were right. He said, I had the skids.
Nice.
And man, I put that stuff on. And he said, fixed me right up. I'm like, see? I'm like,
Yeah.
this stuff is straight from a hospital background, you know.
Mhm.
I mean, it's scientifically proven. They
Yeah.
use it, you know, in the hospitals, on patients, in surgeries, after surgeries. You know, the stuff is good stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna copy the link real quick, Chris, and I'm gonna put the link up there if anybody wants to come in.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna put it up there for a little bit. We're gonna stay for a little bit longer, but I'm gonna invite some people up here if they want to come up and talk about it. But you know, I wanted to say also, you know, the key to this product is clean. So use your hair and body wash first before you put in the
Yeah,
foam
I
and everything.
mean,
Follow
it's
all
a
the steps.
yeah. I was just gonna say it's a step process, and even the bottles, I think they say step 1, step 2 on them.
Yeah, there
You
is.
know,
Yeah,
that
there's
type of
steps
thing.
on the back.
But you have to use it as it's intended. And
Yeah,
like I said, it's not a cover up; it's a preventer. So
yeah,
the key is to be clean, get it on, and actually, I think it actually says put it on and let it dry.
yeah. You have to let it dry for it to be
You know,
functional. You know, direct the
even
skin.
even the foam. If you put it under your arms, like I mean, there's times I've just thrown a t-shirt on while it was still
Yeah,
wet, but the idea is it says right on the bottle, I believe, to go ahead, let it dry before you get dressed. You know,
yeah, yeah. But
and
it's the direct to skin scent control. That's a key thing too. Like, you know, not a lot of companies actually say it's a direct to skin. And, you know, some people, I've used products before where they, you know, you put it on and then you feel like you're uncomfortable. It leaves that sort of coating behind. It gives you
yeah,
that. And like when I'm washing with the hair and body wash, like I could actually feel like my hair when I use other products, it feels like there's something left behind or something on your body. You get that
yeah.
like feeling,
Well,
but
they've
this
got
stuff is
yeah,
gone.
they've
It doesn't have that.
shampoos have like sheen in them, like a waxy residue to make your hair look shiny. Well,
Yeah.
this stuff obviously they're not worried about your shiny hair.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
this is Scott just had a pretty good comment
yeah,
right here
yeah,
about
I
that.
seen that, and
Yeah.
he brought up a good point because a lot of stick deodorants have aluminum in it, which is very
Hmm.
bad for your brain.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
if you're using this stuff, it's clinically proven to defeat odor, and it's can't say kill bacteria,
Yeah.
but it prevents bacteria from growing.
Yes, for sure.
Okay,
It's a scent
so
elimination kit. It eliminates it basically
yep,
and stops it from forming. And that's and like I said, like, you know, I'm using all these carbon products. I was using it, but then I went with the Sitka this year. You know, I went with I sort of upgraded my outfits, my, you know, my wardrobe for the woods and the Sitka gear. You know, you soak them base layers and stuff, and it just gives you that other layer of the protection, and it fits me perfect, you know, for that kind of gear. I'm not wearing the carbon suits and stuff anymore. I'm using
yeah,
the Sitka. So all the base layers, the underwear, the socks, base layers, thermal underwear, all that stuff's getting soaked into this X10D right here.
yeah,
And this stuff is good. And like Phil said, uh you can you know, you got 50 washes. Now how many times like a year do you wash your clothes? I wash my base layers and things a lot more than I wash my outer gear. I don't wash my outer gear as much, but
well,
for the Gore-Tex and things like that to keep it functional for my gear now, I have to wash it a little more than like my carbon suits were always saying, you know, wash it once every 10 hunts or something.
yeah,
But to
well,
have the proper functioning Gore-Tex, you got to keep it clean. So I wash it every 3 or 4 hunts.
you heard what he said though. He said residential washing is what you're doing at home
Yep.
as compared to commercial washing. You
Yeah.
get 2 residentials to 1 commercial, and they're talking about 50 commercials. So that means you can do 100 washes at home.
Yeah. And you're not going to even, I don't know. I
And then
don't
it's
even know
not
if I
even
wash them.
gone. It's not
Yeah.
even gone at that point. They're just recommending that you redo it at that point.
Exactly. Exactly.
So and lucky dad's asking what you guys' biggest buck. Probably this guy right here was probably mine.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's like 130 or something like that. I never got a monster, but
No, me neither.
I'm in the
Not
business. That's
monster,
what I'm in the
monster.
business for. Business has been good, but I haven't got a monster yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a real monster yet either, but
Yeah.
they're around. Just got to
Yep.
keep at it.
Yeah, and if I could get the advantage by using the products like this, like I'm after one down in Ohio right now, that Shorty. There's a turkey foot, but turkey foot isn't big as Shorty. Shorty is a big deer. He's a 5, 6 year old deer that I'm really looking at but they disappeared this year. They definitely disappeared
Yeah, there
right
was a
now.
this was a weird season. I mean, it was like someone flipped the switch after the first week in November.
Yep. I'm
You
gonna
know,
put the link in the stream again if anybody wants to come up. I just want to say that because we're gonna be out of here in a little bit here. So I figured I'll post the stream. It's in there if anybody wants to come up on the chat for a little bit. Please, you're welcome to do so.
who's got
Uh,
questions?
yeah, does anybody have any questions or anything about
Who hasn't
any of the
subscribed
products?
yet so they can get in on the giveaway?
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a giveaway here really soon, guys. So, and hey, Chris, we're gonna be doing it the old-fashioned way, the off-the-hook way, man. We're gonna be picking numbers, and I want you to pick
Oh,
the number. But if
okay.
you have a piece of paper and pencil, you can write it down to show the chat whenever
I
we're
do.
ready.
I do. I got a pad and a pen here.
Yeah, lucky that I passed up probably. Well, that 8 point this year, I'm gonna say he wasn't 130 or bigger. He was pretty close. I'm gonna say 120s, maybe mid 120s. But he didn't give me that excite factor when he came in. But as I looked at the footage there, Lucky Dad, I was sort of kicking myself in the butt, and I probably should have taken that 8 point. He was out past his ears. He was 18, maybe a 19 at his widest point, but he was really symmetrical, really nice looking buck. But it just didn't give me the wow factor when he came in. I videoed him for 20 minutes and he just didn't give me that, oh my God, feeling to shoot him. But turkey foot is a different animal. He has a nice weird rack. I like that kind of stuff in the deer. The non-typical looks or the weird looking deer. I had one down there that had two main beams. I was looking for him, but I haven't seen him. And then we got Shorty, along with a few other 8 points that I would shoot. But Shorty is just a big animal, and I really like to get him. I'm hoping he comes back in January into now another thing that I wanted to say, I'm hunting these bigger deer, and they're more I believe the bigger deer are more sensitive, they're more cautious, and you guys all know that, the older the wiser. But I'm hunting a ground blind, and I don't hunt ground blinds too often. I don't like hunting on the ground. I don't like being there. And I've used this product all season, and I've been in that ground blind, and I've had deer walk the trail that I've walked in onto my ground blind. And I'm talking, it's 5 to 10 yards away from my ground blind where the wind is blowing that way. And these deer walk right past me, right to the food and everything. So I am fully committed to this product. I mean, this product is awesome.
Let me mention something real quick, Ted.
Yeah, I haven't seen deer in a week.
Not to interrupt you, but also, guys, not only are you subbing to Ted and I, which most of you are already in Ted's, but you sub to us, you get in on this giveaway. But I'm like 39 away from 1,000. So
cool.
When I hit 1,000, I've got a giveaway on my channel going. I'm going to be giving away a one-off knife. I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, the guy that's going to be laser etching the blade for me, I believe he said they're Kershaw knives.
Yeah, good knife.
So I'm going to be giving away a Kershaw folding knife lockback, and it's going to be etched one-off city sticker right on the blade. So I'm going to get that out. I actually called the guy, and I've been in touch already, so we're going to get working on that pretty soon. And I've got to make a video for that and get people entered for that. That'll be a special one-off knife for the 1,000 subs. So you guys might just want to get in on that. I mean, if you don't win this, get in on my knife, man.
Yeah, for sure. So right before the giveaway here, I threw my PayPal up there. There's my PayPal. There's my Venmo. If anybody wants to donate to the channel to help us out, we appreciate that. You can go to my PayPal or Venmo, and then my email is right here. It's tedpolanowski.jr@gmail.com. If anybody's interested in the sponsor package, you can email me. I can explain that to you. I wanted to thank again Jason from JJ Drones. I wanted to thank Carl from Chillin' in Indiana, Carl, and also Dan from the Droning Veteran. They supported me for the month of December. So if you want to if you want to get in on the sponsorship packages, there's no commitment. You don't pay every month like a membership on YouTube or anything. It's at your will. There's a $5, a $10, and $25 membership or subscription for the months. $5 2 weeks, $10 is the 3 weeks, and the $25 is for the month that we run. And we run all your videos. I share all them out. I put you in the videos all on social media and stuff like that. So if you're interested, you also get 2 packs of baits for the $25 subscription, and you get 1 pack for the $10. So that pays for itself just right there with the baits. So I appreciate it all. It all goes right back into the channel. I try to upgrade and buy things and do things more for the channel so you can enjoy watching my videos a little more. And I hope that you do enjoy my videos. I'm trying really hard to get one out every Wednesday. That I've been doing that for about the last year and a half now. So we got a couple more coming up. I'll be working on some tomorrow and this week. I'll be in Florida, I believe, after Christmas. So I'm going to be going to see John at Small Water Charters. We're either going to be going after some pigs or something, or we're going to be going after pigs. But it depends if we're going to be on the water going after pigs or if we're going to be on the land going after some pigs. So we'll see how that works. I always look forward to that. John and Lindy are great people. They're just awesome. They're great hosts. And they're caring, and they're really knowledgeable about those big bass down there in Florida on Donkey Land and things like that. So if you haven't watched John and his channel, everybody, I hope, you go over to John Small Water Charters, pick him up. If you're interested in any baits, go over to it's SWC20, and that's 20% off any Bruiser baits or Bass Addiction gear. You can save 20% off if you use that code SWC20. That is another nickel in the box there, John, for that little plug. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're doing. Hopefully everybody in this chat, they're all great people. I've seen everybody in here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm glad that I have the opportunity to give away one of these kits to you guys, including the X10. Like I said, the X10, if you go to my Amazon links in the description of this video, you can find the Scent Elimination Kit on there. Or you can go to the Elimishield.com page and buy it. But if you do buy it off my affiliate links, it does help the channel a little bit. I get a little percentage of that because I am an affiliate with Amazon. So I appreciate you doing that. And if anybody's interested and anybody has a store that may want to carry it, you can get a hold of me and I can get that information over to Phil. Or you can use Phil's email that I posted in the chat, and that's Phil.Dixon, I believe. It's Phil.Dixon at BrysonUSA.com. You can go over and send him an email, or you can email me if it's easier for you guys. And I can get him the information, and he will send you out a Scent Elimination Kit if you get him in the store. So without further ado, we're going to do the giveaway. And I wanted to thank everybody for staying in the chat and hanging out with us tonight. Right now we have 20 awesome people in the chat. So you're going to get an opportunity to win this awesome Scent Elimination Kit here. So Chris, we're going to go from 1 to 50.
Okay.
Write a number down. And then when I put go in the chat, everybody's going to pick a number. Please only one number. And the person closest to the number without going over and who is first in my comments will win the Scent Elimination Kit. And all I'm asking you to do is to email me your address whenever you win. And if you could email me the address tonight, we can get that scent kit out to you quicker.
I've got a number.
Okay, you got a number?
I've got a number.
All right, and we're going to include this X10. This is not in the kit when you buy it.
No, and if you go over to the website and check out these products, they're not necessarily cheap.
Yeah.
But they're not out of reach either.
Yeah.
But they're quality products that are going to last you.
You're probably looking for the Scent Elimination Kit. You're probably looking at around $60 to $80 if you're buying everything. So this kit here is going to, it's going to be worth, I'm going to say $75 at least for the kit that you're getting. And that's including this X10. This X10 is about $30 for this?
It's at least. Yeah.
Yeah. So just this product right here is $30. And I believe the Scent Elimination Kit's like $49 or $59 for the kit.
Right.
So, and it lasts a lot longer than the normal, stuff that you're buying. Now, the scent spray, obviously, the field spray, that's going to be your most used product because you're going to be putting it on. But remember, you don't have to use this as much as you think. A lot of those other products, you got to keep adding it. This, you spray it, dry it, and you're pretty good.
Because it's so watered down. I mean,
yeah.
And a lot of that stuff is like almost like a baking soda and water type thing, you know, and it's a temporary fix.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna type go in the chat, guys. You guys, please only one number, like I said. Let me do this here.
So while they're typing numbers, I want to tell some of the people that may not be familiar with my channel.
Yep.
What I do a lot of on my channel, obviously, well, I have a podcast that comes out every Sunday at 5 p.m. Me and another fella, his name's Dave from Whitetail Obsession. We have a podcast and we do numerous things on there, talk about all kind of different things.
All right, guys, go ahead. Start picking.
So pick your numbers and I'll keep talking. So what I do at my channel is I work with different companies and I showcase their products a lot. I'm like an influencer. And Domain's one of them. That's the seed company I deal with. They have great seed. And I advertise for them. So my big thing on my channel is food plot work, doing a lot of things habitat wise and food plotting, and obviously self-filming hunts and things, and getting these animals on film. This year I was not super successful at getting some on film, but I took some great animals and tried to make some interesting video out of an afterthought because I didn't get the kills on some of the videos this year, but I got some really nice critters this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just come on over and check out the channel. I see some close ones.
Okay,
I see
cool.
see some close ones already.
Awesome. So yeah, and like Chris said, you know, I did a ton of videos this year. I think I did 12 or 15 hunting videos because I have my PA deer trail and I also have my Ohio deer trail. And I got my PA deer trail. There was a branch in the way. I didn't get the shot, but my doe hunting season went good, and my son took 2 deer, and I got to film that. So that was probably the highlight of my season, is having my son shoot his second buck, only his second year hunting. And he's already asking me today. We were driving in a car over to see my daughter get her pictures taken for the dance. He was like, "Dad, can we hunt still?" And I'm like, "No, you're done, buddy. You're tagged out." And he's like, "Man, I keep watching these videos and I want to hunt." And I'm like, that's awesome for me to hear it from my son. You know what I mean? So we're definitely going to go and check that out. Now, I wanted before we pick the winner, while everybody's in here, I want to say, and I should have probably told people to share this out so people could have got in on it, but I want everybody that's in the chat and supporting us to be in on this.
I only see 9 numbers.
Really?
Yeah, 20 people, only 9 numbers.
4, 5, 6, 7. Let me see how many numbers I got. So far, I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. Yeah, I got 9. But we're gonna let it go a little bit. Then there's 20 people in here.
Yeah, we got 20 people, only 9 people guessing a number.
I think 10 now. I got the Nature's Wild Playground.
Yeah, he made number 10.
Yeah, but so what was I saying? What was I talking about, Chris? I forget.
Well, you was talking about Theo.
Yeah, with the hunting and stuff like that.
Wanting to hunt.
The Florida thing coming up. But I also wanted to mention tomorrow on JJ Drones' channel, we're doing the Secret Santa. So I wanted it to be a lot bigger this year. I think we're pretty close to last year's, but I'd like to get that a little bit, a little more next year. So definitely tune into Jason's channel tomorrow at 8 p.m. Let me see if I have his channel up here. Yeah, that's 360. Where's Jason's channel? I don't even know if I have it up here anymore. I know I have his website up here, but I don't know if I put his.
JJ said there's 14 people this year.
There's 14 people in it. Okay, Jason, if you want to share your channel so people can go over to it if you'd like. I don't have it up here for some reason. I don't know why. I might have erased it with Josh's from the last live. So you can put up your channel so people come over. But we're doing a Secret Santa tomorrow. That's pretty cool. We're doing it live, and everybody's going to open their gifts, and they're going to find out who sent them what, which is pretty cool. And you also, hey, tagged out, what's up? You also get a chance to win $100 depending on what kind of gift you got for your YouTuber. So next year, Chris, you got to get in on it. I'm putting you on the spot right now. Next year, you're getting in on it.
I did Secret Santa tonight for church.
Yeah, next year you're doing Secret Santa for us, so you know. All right, so here we go. Okay, Monica shared Jason's channel right here. Tagged out's in there. Hey, tagged out. If you want to do a guess a number from 1 to 50, you can to get the Scent Elimination Kit. You're in here now, so if you want to put a number up real quick, tagged out, you got about 10 seconds to do so, and then we are going to pick the number. And the winner is going to get the Scent Elimination Kit from Elimishield, one of the best scent elimination kits on the market today. And I guarantee that. It ain't like my word means anything around here, but I'm telling you right now, there you go. So tag that pick. So, all right, I'm going to hit stop in the chat. So if anybody didn't pick, make sure you pick. I'm going to put the stop. So anything after this, stop. And I'm going to do it in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is stop. So anything after the stop does not count. Okay. So we got that in the chat. So Chris, do you want to reveal the number, and I will check it in the chat and see who won?
I will reveal the number, and I think I see the winner. Let me see if I can get this in focus.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Here's the winning number.
14.
And David Williams had 15.
He went, but that's one over. He went over the 14. It has to be under.
So it has
14.
to be under.
Yep. So we got Scotty at 2.
Scotty's at 2.
We got one. Wannabe said 10 numbers. He didn't say anything else. So what the heck? Let's see. And he got 21. Tagged out as 21. Is that all we got? Let me go back up to
is number 2 seriously going to win this? Scotty Flaker?
Scotty Flaker may have won it, guys.
He may have won it. He didn't go over.
No, now David Williams was 1 over.
1 over.
So that's over. That doesn't count. So Scotty's
gonna get
the winner. Scotty Flaker. Scotty, if you'd like to please, what happened? What did I do? Okay, Scotty, if you'd like to email me.
Scotty, you still in here?
Your address. I'm going to put my email up there. So congratulations to Scotty Flaker for winning the Scent Elimination.
Wow.
So he won.
Congratulations, Scotty.
All right, Scotty. Let me get back to my comments here. Nope, 21 isn't taken. So Scotty.
Close, David. So close, David.
Yeah. Sorry, David. 1 off, man.
1 over.
So Scotty won. So Scotty, please email me your address tonight if you can. There's my address, tedpolanowskijr@gmail.com. And I will get that over to Phil, and Phil will send you out the Scent Elimination Kit along with the XD10, or I'm sorry, the X10D. I always say XD10. It's X10D.
It's just called. He just calls it X10.
Yeah, X10, like it sounds. It's spelled out like it sounds.
Yeah.
So that is that's it, guys. So like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming in tonight, Chris. I appreciate you co-hosting like always, man. We're going to get together this year. We're going to be doing some collabs down at the camp. Maybe I'll be up your way.
Yep.
You come down my way. We're going to do some food plot content. And then also, Chris, we have the Harrisburg Sportsman Show coming up in February here. Are you going to that or what?
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to go to that anyhow. Just for the mere fact that big Sika deer I shot in Maryland's Eastern Shore. I'm trying to get the officials from down there to meet me at the show and officially score me and put me in the record books in Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to probably maybe see if I can't get out there. So we'll hook up and do our trip up there again. I don't know if Dave is going up there or not or whatever.
I think Dave's going to show up.
Okay.
My brother-in-law is talking about going.
Okay, and if anybody in the chat here is interested in meeting up there at the Harrisburg Sportsman Show, please contact Chris or myself, and maybe we can all meet up there and do a little bit of a a day up at the Sportsman Show together with some content.
Yeah, I'd like to meet people that actually.
Yeah, I'll probably try to get my son to go. I don't know if my daughter would want to go, but I think Theo would want to maybe go up with me, so I could take him up there, get him introduced, and show him all the cool stuff up there. That would be cool. And there's a trout pond and all that up there, so he could do some fishing too. So
yeah, I mean, if any of you guys are within the tri-state area or in Pennsylvania, period,
Yeah.
and you've never been to Harrisburg, man, you ought to check it out at least once. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a super show. It's huge. It's got everything from black guns to all guns to shotguns to archery.
Yeah, it's
I
awesome. It's
mean,
an awesome food plotting, tractors, machinery, all that good stuff.
it's all there. You
I
know?
like the dog show, believe it or not. I love watching those dogs
Yeah,
jump in the wall.
they had the dog. I don't know what you call that? Dog
Dog
jumping.
jumping. I don't. Yeah, retrieval trials or something like that. They do that. So
Then they
but
have celebs come in and have
they have celebs like us, Chris. We're up there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they haven't invited me to speak yet to the crowds, but
Yeah,
maybe in the near future. You know.
And that Harrisburg show is almost as good as this Huntin Talk show.
Almost
as good,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well, all right, Chris. Do you want to say anything else? Just if you want to remind the people about your giveaway and things again, and then we'll close it out.
Remind whoever's in here that may not have heard me earlier. I am well, at this point, I can give you a live update of where I am at on subs.
Yep, and I wanted to thank everybody for subbing to Chris's channel tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you doing that.
For sure. I am at looks like 962. My phone's dying.
Okay,
I'm at 962. So I am 38 away from my 1,000 subscriber milestone. And at that point, I'm going to be getting with a guy that does laser etching. And we're going to be giving away, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Kershaw folding knife. And it's going to be a Kershaw laser etched city sticker insignia on the blade. And at 1,000, we're going to be giving that away.
Awesome. And hey guys, if you go share Chris's channel out, go over to his channel, share some videos out, and make a post in your community tab about giving him a sub to reach that 1K milestone. So please do so. If you haven't already, just share him out. Let's get Chris to the 1K.
That would be awesome.
All right, guys.
I want to give away a knife, man.
Yeah, the Kershaw knife is that. That's a good knife.
Yeah, it's going to cost me. It's probably about a $50 value out of my pocket, plus shipping to you. I mean, but I'm willing. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool milestone. You got to give a little to get a little sometimes.
Sure. All right, Natures. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, we're going to end it. Like I said, we appreciate each and every one of you guys. We're going to be doing this Hunt and Talk podcast more. So please stop in. I love bringing up these guests and talking about these great products. But we're going to do it after late season. I'm going to do another one of these. We'll probably do a couple before that, but after the season, February's over in Ohio, we're going to get on. I'm going to get on and explain what's been going on. Good night, Rick. Thank you for coming in. Thank you all for coming in. I hope you enjoyed the live. I'm trying to get this a lot of good content and information out to you guys. Chris, like I said, thank you again for hosting this. The Virginia Bush Crush. I missed the live. We'll catch the replay. Thank you, Virginia Bushcrafter. I appreciate you. But like I always say, guys, take a kid fishing or hunting. We want to preserve that sport and pass it on to future generations. And we will see you.
See you guys. Thanks for subscribing.
Later, Chris.
All right, man.